Welcome to this clip on decimal numbers. In this clip, we will be using base 10 blocks to understand decimals using the flat to represent one whole. So in the previous clip, we used the large cube to represent one whole. In this clip, the flat will be one whole, the rod will be 1/10, and the small cube will be 1/100th. Students in grade 5 in the Ontario Curriculum for Math under Number Sense and Numeration are expected to read, represent, compose, and order decimal numbers to the hundredths. In order to have your students go from using base 10 blocks, which they have been using as math manipulatives for whole numbers, into using them for decimal numbers, it's a good idea to use real-life analogies. So one that we can use for our case right now is to relate the flat to an everyday item such as a cake. In this case, one whole represents the cake, and the rod represents a slice of the cake, that is 1/10 of the cake, and the small cube becomes a piece of that 1/10 of the slice, and 1/100th of the whole cake. All right, let's try some examples. Sorry about that. Okay, let's try some examples. So we are going to have, let's look at the number 3 45/100ths. Using base 10 blocks, we would have 3 wholes, or 3 flats, four rods, and 5 small cubes. Using base 10 blocks for decimals is a great way to show your students how to decompose a decimal number. So let's take a look with our example. We have 3 45/100ths, the correct way to read a decimal number. We also have 3 4/10ths and 5/100ths. All right, let's try another example. Let's use 6 2/100ths. So in this case, I'm going to need 6 flats, where a flat represents one whole, 0/10ths, because I have a 0 in the tenths column, or in this place value, and 2/100ths. Decomposing the number, I have 6 2/100ths. Same way I would read this number.